In parallelogram JLMB, the measures of angle J and angle L are 3x minus 10 degrees and 2x minus 5 degrees. What is the value of x? Now, to illustrate the given problem, since it is a parallelogram, this is angle J, L, M, and B. The given angles that has measurements are angle angle J, and angle L, where angle J is equal to 3x minus 10 degrees, and angle L, which is 2x minus 5 degrees. Say point J and point L. This is a straight line. A straight line measures 180 degrees. Therefore, if we add angle J and angle L, the sum is 180 degrees. Angle J plus angle L is equal to 180 degrees. Now, we will use this equation in order to find the value of x. We have to substitute the given values of the angles to this equation in order to find the values of x. So, angle J plus angle L. Angle J is 3x minus 10 degrees plus angle L, which is 2x minus 5 degrees. Is equal to 180 degrees. We can combine like terms. 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x. Negative 10 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 15. Now, we can transpose negative 15 to the right side of the equation. We have 5x is equal to 180 minus 15. 180 minus 15 is equal to 165. To find x, we have to divide both sides by 5. Five divided by 5 is equal to 1. X is now equal to 165 divided by 5 is equal to 39 degrees, since it is an angle. Therefore, the measure of the angle x is 39 degrees. To check if x is equal to 39 degrees, we have to substitute this value to the original equation. If this value is really equal to 180 degrees. If this is equal to 180 degrees, therefore our solution is correct. So 3 times x, which is 39, 3 times 39 minus 10 degrees plus 2 times 39 minus 5 degrees, is it equal to 180 degrees? That's still a question. Now, I'll solve this. 3 times 39 minus 10 is equal to 107. Plus 2 times 39, which is this one, minus 5 is equal to 73. Now, is 107 plus 107 plus 73 really equal to 180 degrees? 107 plus 70 degrees is equal to 180. Since 180 is equal to 180 degrees, therefore, our solution is correct. The value of x is 39 degrees, which is letter D. Item number 38. What kind of triangle is formed by the sides of lengths 12, 16, and 20? In order to solve this kind of problem, we can use the choices. A, right triangle. B, equilateral triangle. C, acute triangle. D, obtuse angle. Okay, let's start with the right triangle. We know that the right triangle the sum of its legs, these legs, the square of the sum of its legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So by the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So we can prove that these sides can create a right triangle if the square of A and the square of B is equal to the square of C, or the hypotenuse. So let A equals 12, let B equals 16, and let C equals 20. By inspection, we can say that this length is the hypotenuse since 20 is greater than 12 and 16, because hypotenuse is always greater than the legs. Now we can substitute these values to the formula. So a squared, 12 squared plus 16 squared equals 20 squared. Question mark. We have to prove if this is really true. Now, 12 squared is equal to 144. And 16 squared is equal to 256. Is the sum of 144 plus 256 equal to 220 squared, which is 400? Now, we have to add 144 plus 256 if it is equal to 400. 144 plus 256 is equal to 400. Now, we have proved that the sum of the square of A and B is equal to the sum of the square of the hypotenuse. Therefore, these sides creates a right triangle. So no need to proceed to letter B, C, and D, because we already obtained the correct answer, which is letter A. This is a right triangle. The legs of a right triangle, this is a right triangle, are 55 centimeters and 132 centimeters. If this is triangle ABC, I will let A and B be the legs of this right triangle, and let C be the hypotenuse. So the problem is, what is the measure of the hypotenuse? Since the legs are already given, which is 55 and 132, the only thing we need to find is the hypotenuse. How can we find the hypotenuse? We can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. This implies that the sum of the legs, which is a squared plus b squared, is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is the square of the hypotenuse. We can use this formula in order to find the value of C. So extracting square root both sides. So C would be the square root of a squared plus b squared. You can use this formula in order to find the value of the hypotenuse. Okay. Let's substitute the given values to the derived formula. Now we have C equals to the square root of 55 squared plus 132 squared. C is equal to 55 squared plus 132 squared. 55 squared plus 132 squared is equal to the square root of 20,449. So the square root of 20,449 is equal to 143. This is our final answer. So the value of the hypotenuse in the right triangle is 143 centimeters. In the choices, that is letter C. So answer is letter C. Item number 40. A polygon has 9 diagonals. What is the polygon? So the problem is, we need to find what kind of polygon it is if it has 9 diagonals. In order to find the polygon, we can solve this through this formula. N is equal to n over 2 times the quantity n minus 3, where n is the number of diagonals and the small letter n is the polygon. So we have to substitute the given values. So where n is 9, which is the diagonal, and n is the polygon. So n is 9. 9 equals n over 2 times n minus 3. Okay. In order to eliminate these two, we can multiply both sides by 2. This is 2 and this is 2. We can 2 divided 2 is 1, so we can cancel this out. So 2 times 9, that is 18. So this is only n, because we already cancelled out 2, and times n minus 3. Okay, next we can distribute this one. in order to find the value of n. So this will become 18 equals n times n squared, n times negative 3 is negative 3n. Transpose 18 to the right side of the equation. This will become 0 equals n squared minus 3n minus 18. Okay. In order to find the value of n, we have to factor this trinomial. So 0 is equal to, the factor of n squared minus 3n minus 18 is n minus 6 times the quantity n plus 3. If we are going to expand this factor, it will generate a product of n squared minus 3n minus 18. Now we can find the value of n by equating it to 0. So n minus 6 equals 0. So n is equal to 6. This one is n plus 3 equals 0. N is equal to negative 3. There is no negative. There is no negative in number of sides of a polygon. Therefore, this is not included in the solution. So, the polygon has 6 number of sides. So, what kind of polygon if it has 6 number of sides? So, if it has 6 number of sides, therefore, the polygon is a hexagon. Hexagon has 6 number of sides. Therefore, the answer is letter B.